Alright, let's get the show going. Got about another minute to go and the scene will end and it'll jump over to Zoom automatically. I see Darren has joined us. Hi Darren. Hi Tony Wallow. Good evening to you, sir. Good to see you. I'm not sure if Darren is truly with us or not, or if he's just been sitting there in the waiting room waiting for me to start this thing. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's what the situation is. He was sitting there waiting, and once I activated it, it automatically let me know he was there. He's probably asleep, so that's fine. Let me go do something over here anyway. Oh, there it is. Let me start that up here. 3, 2, 1. Turn the volume down so there's no echo. And hopefully people will join soon and or be watching the stream, so I don't have to repeat this. But house hunting went good. We looked at 4 houses. We liked all 4 houses. We actually, 2 of them are vacant, immediate possession. One of them is possession of March 25th, and the other one is the one right behind my mom's house is up in the air. It's being estimated that it might be available by the end of April. So that's kind of on the back burner, more or less. We need to have something as close to the 10th of March as we can. My handyman got back to me, and hi Robert, howdy. My handyman got back to me, and the things he can fix are, it's a good price. And I sent it off to my realtor. I said he's not going to fix any of the electrical, and you offered to cover that, so go ahead and take care of that for us if you will. And she called me and she said, yeah, not a problem. So that's going to be taken care of next week, and then we just move forward. And we'll probably be going back to Indiana. Oh, we are going to put an offer in. Hi, Gary.
Hello, sir.
We are going to put an offer in on our second house we liked. It's another one of these bidding deals where they're taking offers through tomorrow night. They're going to make a decision on Monday. And like I told our realtor, well, we didn't have real good luck with the last one. And she says, well, the odd thing about that last one is it's still going on. So there's something fishy about that whole situation, that they're going to take offers by 5 o'clock Saturday, make a decision by 7 o'clock Saturday, and here we are exactly 1 week later, and it's still on the market, and he is still accepting offers. So something's just not right. Maybe 175 and we offered 190. Apparently, I guess 15 grand over asking isn't the type of profit he was looking to make. I don't know. So the one we were putting the offer in today, everyone agreed it was a fair offer. It was above asking price, not by a whole lot, but it was. And then it wasn't 10 minutes later she called back and said, I was typing it up when she called and said they've already accepted an offer on that house. So I told Lorna the next time we go house hunting, if we see something we like, we're probably just going to put an offer on that house right then and there and be done with it. So it's a long day on the road by 6, and we've been home about 8:16 now. We've been home about an hour and just sat on the couch and kind of just was there, So anyway, what I missed today on Doug's stream? Anything?
No, he was going to do something, and the guy didn't show up.
Oh, well, that's not good. I think that's happened to him a couple times, hadn't it? Where he gets something in the works and then, for whatever the reason, it doesn't go through.
Well, and that has with the junk issue. Just an email, sorry, I'm busy, or whatever.
Sure. Oh, I've mentioned many times, I'm sure that the lack of respect in today's society is horrible. Hey, I can't make it today, let's shoot for next week, or I'll be an hour late or something, but people just don't do that anymore. It's crazy. We did go look at the house behind my mom's house. It is a very nice house, but they're not projecting it to be available until about the end of April. And if I don't want to live out of a hotel for 6 weeks and have to store our stuff for 6 weeks and everything else, and everybody's like, "Well, it's not that bad. We did it once for 6 months." I'm like, "Congratulations, that's you." You know, um, we don't want to live in a hotel for 6 weeks. We don't want to live with my brother for 6 weeks, or anyone else for that matter. So they were nice houses. One was 3 bedroom, the other two were 2 bedroom. Two of them were immediate move-in possession. If we could move tomorrow, we would have. And then one's 25th of March, and the other's probably more closer to the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th of May. Truth be known, the guy's building a house, and due to the weather, he can't do any construction, so can't change that at all. Didn't get to see the grandkids. This was all about going and seeing houses today. And I hear echo. Why am I hearing an echo? Let me see. That's a fan running. That's picking up a fan from somewhere, but I don't have my fan running. The only fan that's running is the PC fan, and I can't even hear it. Surely to goodness the...
Hold on a second. I don't think it's me, but
No, it's not. I'm pretty sure it's me, actually. Oh, man. Seriously? Here we go. Yeah, it's the same noise I heard the other day when I was listening to the playback. Let me turn this one. Nope, that's not it.
I think I told you this 2 or 3 days ago, but it's not important. But my daughter-in-law, broker agent for real estate, but just basically living back and forth. Anyway, she took a couple that she knew to buy a house in a 700 square foot house. They were going around investor, 140 cash.
Right.
Next day, cash. They turned it down. And the house next door to it went for 145. It took 3 months to sell. So, tell you, it's the times we live in.
Yeah, it's crazy. We had a family discussion about the fact that I think if you want 200,000 for your house, you should list it for 200,000. And they were like, "Oh no, the realtors are telling them to lowball it so that they get a lot of bids." I go, "Okay, so if you want 200 grand and you list it for 175 and the highest bid you get's 190, you've defeated the purpose of what you wanted." Hey Dave, it's just a short stream. I've been on the road all day. Um, and then they were like, "Well, we were told list ours with this and let the buyers duke it out." I'm like, "I agree." Right? She says, "Well, what would you do? You list your house for 200 grand. Someone offers you 210. I take the 210.
No.
I mean, if you're offering me above my asking price, that's fair in my mind. But if I want 210, I should list it at 210. So it was a good 15, 20-minute discussion. We all kind of agreed in the end. Yeah, same login, Catherine. It hasn't changed. Still going with the same one. So, hey, Greg.
Hey, what's up?
I'm beat. Long day.
No,
We did look
yeah,
at.
I'm kind of tired myself. I didn't sleep with a damn last night. I was up 4:45.
Well, I didn't sleep very well and um, woke up at 5:30 to be on the road at 6, which we made it barely.
Are you sick, Greg?
No, oh, Greg.
No, I just couldn't sleep.
Okay. Getting up at 5, something wrong.
Yeah, really.
I even took a melatonin tablet last night because I knew I was well rested from the day before.
Right.
I couldn't sleep more than 15, 20 minutes, I think.
Well, we fought
Laying on the
snow.
couch.
We fought snow going over and coming back, but it's not going to amount to anything. It's just flurries.
We were up to 66 today.
Yeah.
It's 75 in the house right now. Furnace hasn't kicked on since probably 5:30 this morning, 6 o'clock.
Turn the air on.
Yeah, really.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi, you on bed?
I'm just tired, but I'm all right. A little frustrated, but
Yes, you were house.
yeah, we looked at 4. We narrowed it down to 2. We had it in order. We're gonna, you know, go for this one, which we were getting the bid ready to be officially offered when the realtor called and said they had already accepted an offer on the house. So it went on the market yesterday. We were the 3rd people to look at it. I don't know if the people seen it afterwards made the offer or what, but I told Lorna from now on, if it comes down to it, then we will, if we like the house, we'll put an offer in within a half hour or so. It's just a crazy market right now.
What is it? The gray one with the.
Oh, the gray one's still on the market. It's out there. I don't know what that guy's trying to do. Um, Now, if my realtor called tomorrow and said, "Hey, he's going to accept your offer," then I might take it. You know, I say that, but I guarantee you, if he takes my offer, I'm jumping on that house. You know, there was nothing wrong with it.
Yes,
So
is it the wrong? Is it the one that is near all your mom and your other family?
we looked at the one behind my mom's, and it's decent, but it's not going to be available in time for to suit us. I just don't want to, and it might be longer than 6 weeks. That's the thing. Nobody can say definitively, "Oh yes, this house will be available by the end of April." Oh, maybe the middle of May, or maybe who knows? Because the guy that's renting it is building a house himself, and when the weather's bad, he can't work.
Oh,
So
and supply delays.
right. Yeah.
Yes,
Hey, Chris.
yes.
Good evening. And Robert
You
says,
can't do
Miss Catherine
anything,
today on
can you?
Doug's stream. Oh, fine, fine, Robert. Missed me too, but don't mention you missed me on Doug's stream. Fine.
Oh no.
Now, Alex sent me a message when we were driving, and I glanced at it, but due to the weather, I didn't think it was wise to try to watch Doug and drive at the same time. So,
You kind of need to drive with. What do you need?
yeah, really.
And Barry, you're everywhere.
There's Jeff, obviously enjoying some kind of snack.
Absolutely.
That's my supper. Subway.
That sounds halfway good,
Sounds
actually.
Subway club sandwich. So
Let's go check out something over here. I kind of glanced at my emails. I answered one from Chris Garrett, and the rest didn't seem to be too important, so I didn't really worry about them.
I've just been informed that other people in the area are having trouble with cell phone service.
Yeah, I seen where you said something about, did anybody hear a big boom? What was that all
Oh
about?
yeah, I heard a boom. And then one of my aunt replied and said that the other night, she said she didn't hear, but the other night somebody was going down one of the dirt roads out there way out in the country. They were going down one of the dirt roads, the rural road, shooting at houses.
That's crazy. Hey, Parker Morris, good to see you again. And Robert, I did not see a private message unless it's in Zoom, and I know you're not in Zoom, so I'm not sure who got the private message. I sure hope it wasn't anything scandalous. Well, actually, I
Need
do.
Robert here to take care of that.
So
Bonnie Johnson, I don't wonder.
probably, I don't know. I haven't been 27 minutes in front of the computer. My brother called right when I got started, so it's kind of funny. We were getting the day planned out, and she sent us a listing, and she said, "Check this one out. It just came on the market." Well, the first thing it says that catch my eye was it has a koi pond. So I told everybody, I said, "That's it. We're canceling all the showings, all these listings. We're going to go look at this koi pond. We're buying it. It's got a koi pond." Of course, Lorna thinks I'm serious, but I'm just joking around. And she goes, "Why would we do that?" I said, "It has a koi pond. It's a sign. I put a koi pond in Vegas. We sold the house. This house has a koi pond. It's for sale. We're going to buy it." And then I was reading the details. I said, "Here's the other reason we're buying it. It was built in 1959. She goes, "So?" I said, that's the year I was born. So now it's got two things, a koi pond and my birth year. And you know what? It wasn't a bad house. It's actually third on the list. So
Oh, okay.
I was expecting a little bitty 4 foot by maybe 6 feet by maybe 3 feet deep koi pond. No. The koi pond was 20 feet in length, 12 feet across. I don't know the depth because there was ice on it, except for the little bit of area where the waterfall, where the water was constantly moving. And there were koi in there. I could see koi down at the bottom. So
What year? Oh, sorry. What year the houses you're looking at? Or my, you know,
the ones today were late 90s, except for the one in 59. Now, my mom, the one behind my mom's house, that was probably built in 1963 or 64. That's when that neighborhood popped up. Do what?
65 they were using aluminum. I don't like aluminum wiring.
We didn't get quite that in depth and looking in things, but it's a nice house. I mean, the guy bought it to flip 2 renters ago, and he's rented it out. I don't want to rent it; I want to buy it. But I got a funny feeling he's going to want a little bit too much money for it.
They wanted to sell it including the koi or without it?
Oh no, the koi stays and the pond stays. Yeah, the only thing he said he wasn't going to leave there was the right. I'll tell you how big the yard was. He had a riding lawnmower in the shed, and I asked him. I said, "Does the riding lawnmower go with the house?" And he said, "Oh no." So, there's. I mean, if I were to try to do it with a push mower, it'd probably take me 3 days to cut the grass, which that appealed to me too. I didn't know that before we looked at it. We'll see. I mean,
How old are your what do you say? Not your children, your
my grandchildren, 3, 2, and 1.
Okay,
They-
koi pond could maybe be a danger, so you need to have some safety there so they cannot go.
Oh no, yeah, no, they will not. If we were to buy that house, they would not be in the backyard unsupervised. And that's the thing we liked about the first house. It had a rubber tire swing. It had a swing set / gymnasium / romper room / I don't know what you call it. But both Lauren and I looked at the same time and said, this would be perfect for the grandkids. And what we should have, and we liked the house too, real nice house. What we should have done is walked out the door and made an offer like what she wanted to do with the house over on Stella, which is the gray house. So, lesson learned. Lessons learned.
Yes, if you like something, always put the offer in. Because when my father wanted the house, he went to the what do you say, to the realtor,
Yep.
and he had the correct amount of money in cash in his hand, and said, "Here is my." And the other guy was on the phone and said, "Well, I want the house too." Guess who won?
I'm gonna guess the guy with the cash probably won that battle.
Yes, exactly. So
There was a lot of discussion with cash today. While we were visiting with my brother, a guy called and offered him $40,000 to buy all of his albums, and he said he had to think about it.
okay.
I'm telling you right now, if someone offered me 40 grand of any of my collection, I'm 40 grand richer in a heartbeat.
3 grand?
40. The guy offered him 40 grand. The halfway value, the median value of his collection is 44,000, and he offered him 4,000 under that. So
Has he had all the regular digitalized?
has he had them all? What, Chris?
Digitalized, transfer.
Oh no. He's strictly, he likes vinyl and he does it. It's a business for him, but in his current health situation, I think it's a little harder for him to do. So he's testing the water, so to speak, on selling the whole thing, and then save about 150 of his personal best records that he likes. So
I saw a record player at Goodwill, but it didn't have a bottom on it and it had some wires sticking out, so I don't think it's one you can connect to a.
He's got a nice
Yeah,
setup. We sat there and
it
listened
might have been
to,
a speaker wire.
yeah, we sat there and listened to McCartney, Tom Petty, Stevie Nicks, and some group I'd never heard of called Whiskey Town Sour, I think was the name of it. Good music. Never heard of the band, but good music.
Well, if he's got 150 he wants to keep, he might go back to the guy and say, I'll take your 40,000 for all but these 150.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Yes,
Yes, Catherine.
yes, but that would actually, I think, 40,000. That's a very good price. You know, for I mean,
I was joking with Lorna tonight at my mom. Somehow we got on the discussion of the actress that played Penny from The Big Bang and the fact she was once married to a billion with a B billionaire. And I stood up and I said, Lorna, I'm going to tell you right now, I love you very much, but if some billionaire wants me to be his wife, enjoy your life because I'm going to be married to a billionaire.
so you're the wife of the billionaire.
I mean, whatever. For a billionaire, I put on a wig and shave my beard.
You already have long hair.
Yeah, I do actually. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a water.
So I went today to the hairdresser, and then I went shopping, and then I went to the Home Depot. And afterwards, I came home and I put away my stuff that I bought. Like boring, I know. I wouldn't marry a man for money. For no amount of money, I will not marry a man. Well, you're a guy, so yeah. Okay. Ken said he would marry a.
Chris, you won't marry for money, you'll marry for love, right?
I wouldn't marry a man for nothing.
I'm joking, Chris.
It's just that money that's the point. It's not the love.
And yes, Catherine, I used to have my hair used to be down past my almost to the crack of my butt, and I got tired of dealing with it, so we cut off about 2.5 foot of it, and now it's probably just below my shoulders.
Ken, I bet you would marry a man.
No, I said I'd marry a billionaire. I didn't say if it was a man or a woman. I'm saying a billionaire.
I wouldn't marry a man for money, for nothing.
I wouldn't marry anyone for money.
Right.
I just wouldn't do that. But
Right.
except if a billionaire comes, would you like to marry me? Sure.
Just have to think about it for a while.
Yeah, all of about 1/2 of a third of a second. Yes. Hey, Tim.
Hey-o.
Hello.
And how's Tim this evening?
Oh, wonderful.
Good to hear.
Hi, Tim. Hello.
Hi, Catherine.
You got a haircut, Tim?
2 weeks ago.
Ah,
Well, we're old, and
Week and a half ago.
it takes us a while to notice these things. You have to give us a little bit of credit.
I had a haircut today too. I went to the barber shop.
Lorna cut mine. She's done a pretty good job. Of course, when you're just whacking off 2.5 foot of hair, it's not real hard. You bring it all together and you go snip, and you're done.
that's it.
I like the lady I go to. She's an Asian lady, don't know too much English, but she does a great job, and I'm in and out of there in 2 minutes.
I cut my own hair. I just take the clippers and just run it across my head.
I could do that, and I did that 4 times during the pandemic when it first started, because I have all those nice clippers and stuff here.
That's what I threatened to do, and that's why she cut it, because I threatened to do exactly that.
I just can't see the back, so I wrote somebody else to cut it.
Oh, okay, I got a haircut story about my wife. She had long hair. And we went to a very fancy beauty parlor. You know, she had gone there before. And she wanted to cut. There was no doubt in her mind that she wanted to cut. And we waited about an hour. It's that kind of place. She made her a reservation and still waited.
I don't have to. I could might go on a Friday when it's really busy, or right before prom night when it's really busy.
I'm going anyway. I pulled on my butt knife and I cut about 2 feet of her hair off in front of everybody. People fainted, literally.
Yeah.
That's the story.
If you see something like that in a shop that is a shop for cutting women hair, then they faint. Today I went to the barber too, and I like going to the barbers because it's cheap and they do a good job. I tell them how I want it. There are no discussions. Nothing is taken off. Nothing is added. If you know what I mean from service. Yes.
I go every other Friday, same barber for 20 years. Get a shave on the straight.
Sometimes I wait 3 months, but I pay $10. I can't complain.
No, that's not a bad price at all.
Nail, the manicure.
How much did I pay today? I need to.
Yeah, we just go to one of those family haircutting places, Great Clips, and they got senior prices. It isn't as cheap as $10, but it isn't too bad.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Alex. Appreciate
I can't get in, or my hair salon person we know from church. I can't get in to the place where she works. It's uptown, and all the places uptown are not accessible. So she makes a special house call for me. And if
Nice.
she does that, I pay her 20. Pay her 20.
That's because she knows you're about to become Professor Cheek, so she's just.
So, but I don't get a haircut very often. Probably once every 2 or 3 months. But she comes over, does my hair, is here for probably 30 minutes, and makes $20 out of the deal. So.
Hey Alex, I just heard that other people are having trouble with cell service.
Lots of people are.
What powers does Spectrum use?
Do what?
What powers does Spectrum use? Spectrum cable?
Well, they're cable company, so they don't use.
Yeah, but they also got a cell service around here. I don't know if it's
They have cell towers also.
They have their own. I didn't know if they shared with anybody or not. I mean, like Cricket shared with AT&T. So.
Well, places like Total Wireless and Straight Talk and others rent from Verizon and AT&T.
Yeah.
TracFone uses all three depending on what your phone can support.
Right.
When you buy a SIM card kit from TracFone, like I have to use my service, it comes with a SIM card for all three providers, and depending on your phone, you use whatever SIM card is compatible with your phone.
Right. The Total Wireless and Straight Talk are actually TracFone companies.
Man, Doug was on a live stream for 3 hours and 27 minutes today.
Yep.
I didn't know how long it was, but it was a pretty decent amount of time he was on.
Yeah, he helped me with a problem I had, and I couldn't figure it out, but just what stuff been going on lately, I've just been,
Speaking of stuff going on, has anybody here used a Cronus True Image?
Yes.
Back up with.
Yes. Every day.
Greg raises his hand. Me.
I'm making an image backup of my old desktop, and it is taking forever. I'm booting the Linux thing from a flash drive.
You're gonna have a problem with this.
How long is forever? 3, 4 hours?
Well, I'm up about to 2 hours. It looks like it's getting close to done.
I back up about 8 times.
That's normal for Cronus. I used to use it all the time, man. I switched to Mac or Reflect about 2 years ago.
how
And
much?
the same amount of time with that too.
I have another thing I have used. I have Paragon hard disk manager from Germany. The version I have is about 6 years old, but it still works. But I bought a Cronus on a special deal. I don't know, last year sometime I got the 2020 version, and I got a free upgrade to the 2021 version.
Are you
How much
using
is on that drive?
About 500 gigabytes.
are you using a flash drive to boot to?
Yes, yep.
Okay, I have 800 gig on a 2 terabyte 970 Samsung 970. It takes under 20 minutes to back up, and I do it full, not incremental backup.
Really?
Yes, and I do it every night. Well, sometimes I'll skip, but no more than every
Oh,
other
you're
night.
not clouding, you're doing a backup.
I'm doing an image.
Okay, backup.
I'm doing an image to an external 2 terabyte Western Digital drive.
Are you backing up from the installed version?
Hell no. Excuse me. No. Flash drive. Every time I've tried to install a version, I've lost stuff.
Okay, did you make the version on the flash drive after you installed it and made it from the installed version?
Yes, that I did do. That I did.
I'm just using the one you download.
And I did not use the latest version because after an hour that did run forever. I said something's wrong.
Yeah, my other thing, the old one I used from Paragon, it boots with Linux too, and I got the whole thing done in about an hour. I've just been experimenting with the Cronus just to see if I would like it or not.
When
Yeah,
I
you
did the,
upgraded from Linux. You upgraded from Windows 7, didn't you?
Yes, I upgraded from Windows 7 a long time ago.
You guys want to see the first house we
You got an
should have
SSD,
put an offering on?
What's that, Chris?
You got an SSD, don't you?
Yes.
It should be reading pretty fast if it's SSD.
Right, I'm making a backup to an external Seagate hard drive. It's powered. It's like a 4 terabyte external drive. It's powered.
Seagate.
when I did the backup for Terry from her old original hard drive, it took to an image. It took about 4 hours to do that. And it was 500 gigs.
Yeah, this is a full image backup.
My backup takes about 4 minutes.
Wow.
What are you
45 gigs.
using? Using Cronus?
Yeah. Cronus 2021, full backup. 45 gigs. 3
Wow.
minutes, 18 seconds, 4 minutes, 3 seconds, 4 minutes, 53.
You backing up the whole disk?
Yeah.
After I redid her computer with a fresh install on a regular 2.5 inch SSD, and I made a backup after I finished with her stuff. It took about 7 minutes to back up versus her original drive. It took about 4 hours to back up.
Wow.
Yeah, this one, I mean, I've got an SSD. It's a SATA SSD. It's not an NVMe.
Interesting.
The second backup can have all the pictures.
What's that?
No, the second backup, Gary, was just the image that was just the programs and the clean install that I did.
Yeah. I mean the pictures were huge though.
Since she's a professional photographer, I didn't look around, but I would guess it was about the same size as Tim says his pictures are. What are 25 megs per picture, Tim?
About. But to do a backup on my stuff takes at least 2 hours, and I got terabyte hard drive. And I find it crazy some of you guys are doing it less than that.
Can I say something?
No.
Yes, Catherine, you may.
Sorry.
Jeff, I
Yes.
assume your external 4 terabyte Seagate is 3.5. Yes, so it's a
Yes.
mechanical hard drive.
Yeah, mechanical hard drive. It has its own power supply. I've had it for about 3 or 4 years.
Yes, still, but the the SSD may be fast in reading, yes, and then it goes external, and then the 3.5 is much slower in writing, yes.
Oh yes, I mean it's
So
on a USB 3.0 port, but still.
yes, but still, it's even. I mean,
But I'm just wondering if I had made like a WinPE flash drive from the installed version of Acronis, I'm just wondering if that would work faster than the downloaded image which runs Linux.
If I had to guess, I would say no. Since when I did the image backup and I used Mac and Reflect for her hard drive, the Mac and Reflect bootable USB is a Windows PE environment, not Linux.
It's gonna be slow though.
Yeah. I bought a new version of this Paragon hard disk manager, but and I'm going to install it on my new build, and then I'm going to make a flash drive from that installed version and probably use that in the future. But right now, I'm just making a quick image backup because I'm going to update to the latest version of Windows on my old computer. And I just wanted to make sure I had everything backed up just in case.
I always boot from a USB drive for my personal stuff. Now, if I'm working on somebody else's stuff, I pull the hard drive out and I use a separate computer to clone it.
Sure.
Because I don't want to use all my resources up.
Good point.
That's just what.
So would you guys like to see the house we missed out on?
Sure.
Or,
yes.
Let me share my screen here. So they were asking 181. It's in a pending status now. I don't think I can double click. Yeah, I've got to go single click here. So
It looks pretty nice from the street.
oh, it was a beautiful house. It was just I kicked myself in the butt for not acting sooner.
That's a little bitty TV for what looks like a big gigantic room.
Yeah, well they had it up in the corner, so.
She liked before we moved.
I like that it has no carpet in it.
Yeah, she liked that too. You can see a little bit of the Slim Jim gymnasium thing there. I mean, this is a big yard. Wait till you see the next one. So that was the one. It went into a pending status just as we were getting ready to offer. And here's the other one. Let me go back to the beginning here as quickly as I can. The only thing I don't like about this house is the bedroom walls are married up against this other unit over here, and I'm not real keen on that, but I can accept it. 1,200 square feet.
A duplex?
Yeah, it's like a duplex.
I was getting ready to ask that.
Front
I didn't
door
like that
entrance.
neither. My stepson, his bedroom wall was married up to the
Yeah,
people
that's
next door to us.
new
The
appliances.
oldest room in the house for some strange reason.
Depends how much insulation. If they have like good rock wool insulation in between the units, the sound shouldn't be too bad. But
Yeah,
most builders won't spend that much money.
Oh, not on the common wall, no.
this is kind of a great room, living room, and dining room combined. And
Of course, the common wall is where all the plumbing and everything comes through.
yeah, now this is what Lorna likes about this house. Not this one. This is the bathroom and the walk-in closet that's as big as a bedroom. Yeah, I mean it was
You
huge.
can put your streaming office in there.
Yeah, it'd be like my brother then. I'm not real fond of the purple wall, but
yeah.
that's what they make
Yeah,
paint
that's just
for.
paint.
Yeah. Washer dryer. This is what she likes about this house. It's got an
Little
enclosed,
sunroom.
yeah, sunroom on the back. So, but you can see this picture doesn't do this yard much justice. It's got a big old barn out there, and then the sunroom again. Big, huge barn.
So that's like a 3-season sunroom, right?
Do what?
This I have a question in the sunroom.
Yes.
Could you put in some fake grass or some grass carpet for the grandchildren? Because if this is asphalt, they may be a bit cold, no? If they
Oh
crawl
yeah,
around on
we
the
could.
floor, I mean.
Yeah, there's all kind of things. Let me show you this last one here, if I can get it to.
Well, that without heat or air conditioning, that's like a 3-season room,
Yeah.
not a winter room.
AstroTurf, like the Brady Bunch had.
What were you going to say to me, Jeff?
What's that?
What were you going to say to me, Jeff?
Oh, no, I was just saying that's like a 3-season room on that last house.
Thank someone fall.
You
So
know,
I wouldn't. Sorry, Alex, I wasn't addressing anything directly to you. Sorry, it was a bunch of noise. So
I would
I
like
was just
that.
commenting
That
on
had
the house.
I would like that had a grill with chimney on it.
trying to find the one with the koi pond, but it's not wanting to come up for some reason.
I thought there was a clock on YouTube clicking.
Oh, I put that on there
Oh,
just to be different. Let me. Speaking of that, let me check chat. The Zoom link's the same, Sam. Volume is very low on YouTube. Yeah, I figured it might be. I was playing around
I
earlier.
noticed that earlier.
Let me jack that back up a little bit. It should be much better now.
Sounds good to me.
Now it should be real good. Yeah, I'm getting ready to redo OBS completely. There's only about 3 scenes I'm going to keep. The rest I'm going to get rid of and just start all over again.
Can't believe we got to 80 today here.
Excuse me. Let me find this one.
It went down to 20 like 43 is the high today. It went back down to winter with snow showers. Plus it's supposed to be back up to summer. It's supposed to be back summer. Tomorrow it's supposed to be back up to 60.
It's supposed to be 80 here Thursday.
Yeah, I know my brother in the States wrote Georgia said it was 82.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Seems to agree at the son's house.
Okay, I'll share this last one with the koi pond with you. So, front of the house, pretty plain. You can see it's a huge. You got to have it right anymore. Living room.
Nice.
Yeah, we liked it. There wasn't a house for the first time that we looked at that we didn't like. Usually there's always something you're like, eh. But today all 4 of them were good.
Pretty good prices.
They actually the asking prices is 181, 175, and 180. And then the one that my sister, the guy that she knows that wants to sell his house once the renters move out, she thinks he wants 190. I said, well, he's way overpriced. And then she went and looked something up. She says, well, it shows being 220. I said, he's never getting 190, let alone 220.
If it's been
I
rented
like
and he
that.
hasn't fixed it up after the renters move out, it's not worth 220.
Yeah, so see this little thing right here? That's the
Like a
waterfall.
root cellar or?
No, this is a fire pit. This is a waterfall, and the
Okay.
koi pond runs from here all the way to there. I don't know if there's a better
Whoa,
picture.
that's a big one.
It's
Good
huge.
it's in your yard.
That's the yard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we end up getting this house, I will have to get a riding mower. There's a.
Either that or you're going to get a hell of a lot of exercise.
I will be weighing 130 pounds.
Is that brick or is it painted? Is it painted red?
Brick.
It's brick, but this is actually the koi pond, and you can see right here where the water's running. It's not frozen over. I wished he would have stood about another 2 feet back to get the whole thing, but you can see how wide it is, and it's every
Well,
bit
are
of
all those lines there look like string or?
lines. Where you seen that? Oh, I don't know. I seen that. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
running
what
across
those
the
were.
top,
It
look
was
like they're fastened under the rocks.
it was string, and I didn't think to ask.
Probably way to put plastic on to protect it.
Could be.
Makes sense.
Sam, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody else got into Zoom. The link's good, brother. It's a good link. I mean, I got 9 people in here that will attest they used the link and got in. I don't count because I'm the host. So, pretty sure I didn't change the link, did I? No, I didn't.
Little thing.
I use the same old link that I have.
Yeah, I'll give him a couple more tries and then I'll send it to him in an email. So yeah, the order was the first one that is pending, then the second one's the yellow house with the sunroof, then the third one is the one with the koi pond, and then as a last resort, only because it's probably not going to be available until the end of April, 1st of May, would be the house behind my mom's house, and maybe his pricing.
I like that brick one.
We liked all of them. There wasn't usually when you house hunt, there's one house you're like, yeah, it's like 55 out of 40 houses, and all 4 of these, they were good. They were nice.
Yeah, I thought the first one had the best curb appeal.
Yeah, well, and it sat on a cul-de-sac. I mean,
That's good.
But can't cry over spilled milk.
There
It's
was
gone.
only
It's
one house
done.
when we was thinking about moving back in 2016. There was only one house I didn't like, and it was because there was no DSL, there was no cable, there was no fiber. The only option for internet would have been satellite.
Yeah. So when it rains, you have no internet.
Yeah, when it rains, you're up a creek with satellite.
Yeah.
And I'll be right back. I'm going to block out this and go make sure it's truly blocked out.
Even if it's a sunny day and there's not a cloud in the sky, satellite internet is horrible.
Can be if the wind blows.
It works when it's blue sky. It works. You have no problem. The moment you have clouds and thunder, then you have a problem with satellite internet. Then hope it doesn't happen.
Unless you have trees.
Trees can be an issue. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, our plan to get this second one offered the bid in, or the offer in, whatever they're calling it a bid. It's a bidding war. Hopefully it gets accepted. And then the third one, the guy has to close on the 25th of March because that's when his closing on his new house is. And I understand that. Given a choice between 15 days in a hotel or living with my brother or 6 weeks, I'll take the 15 days, you know. The distance between all of the houses are 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 13 minutes, and about 17 minutes from the one that's the furthest away, depending on traffic. And obviously, Saturday afternoon is not the best time to gauge your drive anywhere, you know. If you're working at 6 in the morning, traffic at 5:30 is going to be practically nil. So going would be good. We'll find something. We'll find something.
Yes, I hope you find something soon.
We will. I mean, that's we're sacrificing a little bit to get into the Indianapolis area, just barely, which is what I was trying to avoid. But if we have to, we have to. It's more how long the drive is going to be between where we live and Lorna's work. So
have you come to an agreement on selling your current house?
we have. The realtor called me this morning, and I said I'll send you over the text message on what the handyman said he can do. And I said, and I would like to remind you, you said if he can't do the electrical, that you'll pay for that out of your pocket. And she says, oh, yes. I said, go ahead and get ready to pay for it then, because he can't do it. And she laughed. And then I sent it over to her. She called me back. She said, I'll have the electrician out there next week. We'll get that fixed. And if you fix everything else that you said you would, then we're good. And then Lorna brings up a good point. Are they going to re-inspect to make sure this stuff is done? Because I honestly don't know.
Probably
I
not.
heard you
I heard you the other night when I was laying in bed. I wasn't saying nothing. I heard you. That stuff they checked was ridiculous.
Some of it was.
Well, the electrical work and even the handyman, you'll have receipts, right?
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I have never had an inspector double inspect a house on
And see, that's the fallacy of the whole thing. They give you this laundry list of stuff they want done. Yeah, it's done. You never do it. They don't re-inspect it. They're not going to know until they move in. I mean, it's like wrong to do that, but still.
If they re-inspect it, they gotta pay the guy again. She doesn't wanna pay twice.
I'm sure she doesn't. I'm sure she doesn't.
I don't know how. I don't know.
Drinking my
I
Gatorade.
think in Switzerland they would re-inspect it after they have done something, but I don't know the U.S. how it is in the U.S.
In the US, they will not.
it's not required. You can have it done again, but you pay.
You're going to pay, sure.
You
Sure.
don't have to have it inspected, so that's purely voluntary.
Right. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
To sell a house and to buy a house, there's no inspection required. The inspections make you feel better if it was bad electrical box.
Some kinds of loans will require an inspection.
VA does.
Actually, around here, Jeff, the appraisal, if it has no, if the bedroom has no drywall and the appraisal print out, that's all they care. I've probably in my lifetime sold 200 houses.
Yeah, Sam, I sent the link to you. You should have got it in your email. If not, send me an email and I'll just send it back to you in that email.
Okay, 180.
Yeah, I think it's all gonna come together. I think our realtor, when we said we've given up the $4,000 we gave up from listing, that struck a nerve with her. The fact that some of the stupid things they want fixed is just exactly that. I mean, she said for herself, well, that's just dumb. Why would they want that fixed? It's been that way since the house was built. The only issue that no one seems to know anything about is the one that says, observe no visible grounding rod at the main meter box. Now here's where the argument is. What's the main meter box? Is it
outside of the meter?
That's what I thought.
The grounding rod in Michigan is supposed to be 6 foot from them, go down 8 feet. That is code in Oakland County where I live.
Well, I'm going on a little walk of the neighborhood tomorrow to see how many of my neighbors have true grounding rods.
How would you see it? It's underground. I'm being serious.
Well, it's going to have a wire coming off of something into the grounding rod, will it not?
The wire will be down. You know where the okay, you're gonna come in off the.
I hope you're going to tell me what I think you're going to tell me, but go ahead.
You're gonna come in off the pole. You come into the fuse box and meter. From the meter, you will see a wire go to the ground. It'll be underground all the way to the wire, so you will not see any wire on the ground.
Okay, then I do not have any wire running into the ground there, so it is not grounded.
well, if you got a phone jack near the power meter and there's a wire running, a ground wire running from the phone jack, it could be grounded to the same ground rod.
No, it's really a 1/4 inch wire.
Hi, Sam. I'll get tomorrow during daylight. I'll get pictures of what I got and show you guys tomorrow night. But
sometimes if there's a garage hooked up to the house, they will ground it to the plumbing.
That's the same thing, sir.
hey, First Laconic. Yeah, the garage is wired from the house. It's supposed. Now, see, I anticipated that to be a problem, and I don't want to jinx myself. It wasn't, so we're going to let it go at that.
Where's the power meter at?
Outside, right outside. And as a matter of fact, it's right outside this window in front of me. The wires come in off the pole. They go into a pole at the top of my house. It's attached to my house. There's 3 of them. They go into an elbow up, got a sheath over it. They come down the pole into the meter, and that's it. Then there's a bunch of wires underneath that run out into my crawl space over to my fuse box.
Hey, Ken,
Yeah,
can I share my screen for a second?
sure. Go ahead.
Okay, where the hell I just had it?
Hey, Gary.
Yeah.
Do you know how to share your
Oh,
screen? I'm just messing with you.
Okay, can you see it?
I do.
It comes off your meter. The wire is right here. It goes underground. If you notice the grass type of thing here,
Right.
you don't see it. It's
Yeah,
underground.
you don't see it.
Yeah, I don't have any wire running out into the ground though. I do know
Yeah,
that.
when you come underneath the meter, it goes under the dirt and down 8 feet.
Yeah.
Could it be going inside the house wall down to the ground?
Nope, has to be
No,
like
to the meter.
Yeah, that would make sense that it would have to be.
the idea that's quote earth ground. Sorry, I don't mean to be a smart ass for that. But yeah, I've gotten beat on these a couple of times because in the 50s they didn't like them. They were lazy.
So this is the lightning protection, yes?
No,
No,
it's just the ground to the house.
this is NEC code. I used to be an electrician.
So
And
if
that's
the
what
house
they
was built,
require.
if the house was built in 1954, was that a requirement for coding back then?
It was
No.
That's-
it was a requirement in Michigan, but
It's not a requirement.
well, it was in our area, maybe it adopted everywhere. But the thing is, most people didn't put it in because it was go to the next house.
Well, I had to laugh at the electric company. She goes, "Sir, you've lived there for over 2 years. Have you had any electrical problems?" I'm like, "Nope." She goes, "Then you don't need a grounding rod."
Duh.
Yeah, you're. I will agree with what you said, but in Michigan they're weird with rules. But we have what, and you probably have there too. We have tract houses where there's 20 houses that look the same. You buy the middle one 10 times out of 100. That's not gonna have the ground rod. It was built in the 50s.
I know in Virginia they want them a little deeper because of the what do you want to call it? The depth of how the ground freezes.
Yeah, in Michigan, they don't care. It's 8 feet. Upper Peninsula, Lower Peninsula, 20 foot of snow, no snow.
So they try to get below the freeze line.
Some places do, some places don't.
Electricity will go through frozen, we'll go through frozen water.
True. But some of these rules are stupid.
Yep.
Agree with
Just
that.
like in Michigan, at least, I'm talking Tri-County, which is Oakland, Macomb, and Wayne County, which is Detroit area. Let's say you got a plug and it's got two plugs and you got the third plug that's not attached. That's not up to code. You can't. Because I would be trying to ground to that. Guess what? Nothing there. That's why I think Jeff said he had trouble with it.
Right. We had what had been a 2-wire outlet from the 40s. I had an electrical company come in and rewire a whole bunch of stuff when we did some remodeling. And when I went to sell it, and put my little gadget in that outlet, it wasn't grounded. So I undid the plate, and the electricians had not run a ground wire to that. They had just put in a 3-prong outlet without a ground wire.
Oh.
Was that inside?
Yeah, it was inside.
That's a different story. That's a whole nother can of worms altogether.
In Michigan, you can have two, you just can't have three without a third.
I
I
had
got a question.
good.
The Dish Network is just in my yard. It's got a ground wire running along the coax. And at the dish, it's not hooked up. I figured it would be hooked up to the dish, and then where it goes in the house, I figured it would be hooked up to the ground rod that goes in the same place. So it's not grounded, really. It's in the ground, but it's not grounded to the ground rod.
If it's not coated and it's grounded to the ground, that is grounded. I mean, that's as grounded as you get.
I mean, in the ground, as long as it's in the ground, okay. Alright.
No, I used to live out there in Georgia.
To the coax. The coax could also be grounded too.
Well, the coax is not on the ground, right?
It's just a dish, and there's a ground wire on it. It runs along the coax. There's a ground wire there too. That might be for use when you don't put it in the ground though, like on the side of the house.
You should have ground coming from the top of the satellite dish, and you should have coax coming in the house to go to your cable, or excuse me, your TVs.
Yeah, some people ground it on the house though.
Yeah, two different things.
Okay,
One is
let
the
me see if
ground
I
where
can
light can
work
strike.
this out here. I don't know if I can do this or not. Let me take the
Yeah,
blur
pretty
away.
well. When I lived out there in Georgia, we had a wire going to the ground. The coax wasn't connected to it. It went straight inside.
Okay.
So let me see if I can do this.
But out here in California, I've seen some weird stuff go on. There's no ground rods.
Okay,
And what
so
they do, they hook up, they will run a ground wire from the fuse box, which I think is stupid. It should come from the meter. But they go from the fuse box to the nearest pipe inside.
so if you look,
Which would work. It makes sense.
Unless, of course, somebody takes part of that pipe and puts PVC in it.
well,
Yeah, there you have a problem.
if you look right here, that pipe comes down my house. Okay, that's what the electrical wire runs into. It goes into this box right here. And you see the gray wire coming out right there and how frayed that is?
Yeah.
Okay, we're fixing that. We're just going to resheathe that. That's the only wire coming out of that meter.
Oh, wow, that's an old meter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But theoretically, in Michigan, you don't have to redo the wire. But if you have to there, you have to.
Well, he's just going to resheath it. They just want it repaired, and he showed me a sheathing kit, and he said that'll fix that. And I'm like, works for me. But I don't know where or how this grounding deal is going to work. I mean, it's not coming out of my pocket, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah, I heard you can put
I don't understand why they're having an issue with the grounding.
Who knows? Hey, Matthew Camp, good evening. Good to see you.
The
Who
inspector is
knows?
trying to show you he did his job. That is it.
Probably.
True.
Probably.
He found 16 things. Woo! If he found 2, he didn't do his job.
Right.
I have a question. My virtual background appears to look, it looks like it's supposed to look on Zoom, but if you look on YouTube and on Zoom and compare my two pictures, my picture on Zoom and my picture on YouTube, my virtual background looks funny on
It looks yeah, green on Zoom, black on the stream.
correct. I was just wanting to know if I make sure I wasn't the only one seeing that.
No, it is.
Let me check.
I see
Oh
that.
yeah, you're right, Alex. That looks strange on my end.
Yeah, it's weird.
Even Australia looks strange.
Yeah.
Lying bastard? What's up?
Good day, mate. What can we do tonight?
Let's go to the Outback restaurant.
Yeah, see, mine looks green on the Zoom, but if you look on the YouTube stream,
It's black.
it's black. Now I know why that is, because I went in and filtered this out with the chroma key for everything else. On here it's going to be green. Everywhere else it's going to be black or gray or blue or whatever. So, but that's part of my redoing things.
I didn't chroma key nothing else. That's just a normal it must be something that
Maybe it's because it's nature and grass. I don't know.
YouTube is doing.
Could be.
Oh, maybe it's a green drop background that don't show up.
We still on Zoom?
Yes.
I mean, on YouTube?
We are still on Zoom and we are still on YouTube.
Who's there?
Both. Well, we have Greg Guy, Tim Soul, Chris Garrett, Catherine Anna Hauserman, Sam Lazar, Darren Gilholm, but he's asleep, Jeff, who's muted and gone, Alex, Professor Cheek, yourself, and myself. Rundown of chat is Tony Wallow, First Laconic, Kenny Witten, and Matthew Camp.
Somebody mentioned Professor Professor Alec, in Doug's chat, in Doug's chat.
That's
Doug never
funny.
said anything to me. Doug never said anything to me about it, so I don't guess he ever saw it.
It wasn't me. I did not put anybody up to doing that.
Definitely not me.
But kudos to whoever did it. Bravo. Good job. That is great.
Hey, Sam,
Yes.
quick question. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We have a restaurant in the States, but definitely in Michigan, called the Outback.
Yep.
Do you have that in the
No, we
Outback?
don't.
Thank
We
you.
don't. I've never heard of it in Australia. Australia is a very big country.
I understand. No, it's a chain restaurant with steaks, and the deal is
No,
they
we
cook on the
don't.
Barbie and
No, we don't have that here. We have Hungry Jack's. We don't have Burger King. There's a long story why we don't have Burger King in
no, this is right
Australia.
sort of the steaks are in the $30 range. in America.
Oh, okay.
So it's not Burger King.
You don't have Burger King? I wouldn't miss that.
No, we have a Hungry Jack's, which is Burger King with a different name, and slightly
Oh.
different name on the menu because there was a cafe in Australia called Burger King who copyrighted the name in Australia. Then when Burger King tried to come to Australia, they couldn't use the name, so they had to rename it and then change some of the menu items slightly.
In Michigan,
So it's called Hungry Jack's.
we call Burger King Tumbling Palace.
But does the same company that owns Burger King in the States own Hungry Jack's in Australia?
No,
I
they
think
changed
no.
it.
I think it might have changed, but originally it was.
The problem being probably is it's different. Burger King was taken in the state there in Australia.
Yeah, so that's a
If
different
you
name.
old guys remember, myself included, Burger Queen, they actually started in one state as Burger King and got sued.
No.
So they became Burger Queen and went out of business because they were lousy burgers.
I'm surprised Dairy Queen didn't get on board or sue them also.
I've heard the story. I watched the video about the story about Outback Steakhouse and how it's founded, and they said that the founders of Outback Steakhouse had never actually been to Australia.
Doesn't surprise me.
No.
I don't think they've ever been to a steak place
It
personally.
doesn't surprise me a bit.
No, do you know what's nice? You go try in Australia, and that's kangaroo. That's quite nice.
Yeah, this Outback makes a play that's, matter of fact, their catchphrases on the Barbie and stuff like that.
Yeah. Shrimp,
Oh,
shrimp
God,
on the
yeah,
Barbie.
yeah.
And the bloomin'
On
onion.
the Barbie, yep.
Like they
The
have an
onion
onion.
is good, but the steak wasn't that good last time I went.
Well, Outback Steakhouse.
It wasn't that good the one I
Be
went
back
to.
soon.
Yeah, no problem.
The only good one I've ever been to was in Virginia. The ones in Georgia, they suck, and the ones out here in California, they suck.
We got a Longhorn where I live, the local town where I live. That's good.
There you go, Longhorns.
And other towns around has got some other towns that got Texas Roadhouse, which is good.
Is Texas Roadhouse the one you can put the peanuts on the floor?
Yep.
But there's several other places that do that too. We got a place called around here called in Arkansas called Colton's, and they do the same thing. You can't throw the peanuts on the floor anymore, I don't think, because of COVID, but they still give you peanuts in a bucket at your table.
Even now, it got sued for somebody falling.
Yeah, that happened in Michigan too. Sorry to interrupt you.
How the hell do you? Well, they must have been drunk. Never mind.
Actually, I don't agree. Partially, the shells are usually twice as deep because they never sweep them up.
Well, you watch.
Well, we used to go to baseball stadiums. You throw them on the floor.
Yeah, but
Come
even
on.
there, they sweep them up even on the stadium. What happens in a restaurant? You spill your Coke over the table and there's shells there.
Oh.
Hey, get this. One time me and the manager watched the guy, because I was the guy that's sweeping the floors. He called me up in the office and said something about somebody fell on an egg, so we watched the cameras. And two guys come in. One went one way, one went the other. One went for the eggs. And he got to the eggs and he just dropped one on purpose. The other guy comes by and falls on purpose. So we saw that on camera. They were trying to pull something.
Yeah, they were.
Just
Hi, Rick.
stupid. And
Hey, Rick.
I said stupid.
Well, you got people out there that just want to sue for anything. I'm surprised I ain't got sued for gluing a quarter down to the sidewalk that sits inside of a bar that has a black window that you can't see inside the bar, and I can watch outside and watch them try to pick this thing up for your entertainment. But anyway.
My father-in-law used to do that.
Of course, I don't go to bars anymore, so anyway, that's another whole nother
That's
story.
funny.
I'm back.
He would do it in town in some of the nicer stores. Hell, sometimes $1 is super good down.
I thought about super gluing a silver dollar down, but I'm not going to risk my chance on that.
I mean, a white or a green paper
You
out.
mean it? You're not going to risk
Oh, I
losing?
bet that'd be crazy. They'd rip it all to hell trying to get it up.
He wasn't a professional photographer, but he, take off his camera, off his cell phone, show them to the families.
Huh.
You'd see women in heels in their dress trying to pick up $1,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even take the cameras today because I figured we weren't going to get to spend much time with the grandkids. It turned out about as hectic as I thought it was going to. Plus, they had a birthday party to go to anyway.
Oh, nice.
That was fun.
Were any of the houses already were they being looked at when you were there?
No, we were the only people that were there. There was one we wanted to see, which was south of where she's going to work by about 9 miles or so. And the people said, yeah, you can, come down and look at it. But the realtor never got back and granted the official permission for us to look at it. So we didn't go look at it.
Maybe you'll find a house where she can just so close that she can just walk to work, and you don't have to worry about.
Well, the one on Stella was actually within walking distance, but that fell through. So,
It's not safe, really.
no, I wouldn't want her to do that.
I can tell you, make points to right. Tell her to walk to work no matter how close it is. It's across the street. Just go. Go ahead, go. I'm busy.
Well, I will say, just be patient. Look.
Yeah, we are. We are.
My patience is work.
I kick myself in the butt being impatient. Oh, I need to get in there right now. Oh, that was a bad idea.
I bought a house in a place called Woods to live in. I didn't tell my wife. It's a very nice house, but it had steam heat with radiators.
Oh no.
That's old.
And it couldn't crack in the middle of the night and wake you up.
And you can't get too close to them with kids.
They will burn the crap out of you. I remember getting burned as a kid and radiators and some of the homes in Lynchburg, Virginia or Fredericksburg, Virginia, they're built in the 1900s. And they were steam heat. And the other thing I didn't like, of course I can't remember it, you can't control the temperature.
Oh, God.
Your temperature control is open or close the windows.
Well, you can with the boiler, but not really.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, but that's for the whole house anyway.
Yeah, it's for the whole entire house.
Because anytime you get air in there, like you said, it starts knocking.
Yeah, that's why they knock and wake you up. And sometimes when the pressure gets so high, they have these little things, pressure relief, just like air compressor tanks. It starts steaming out. So now your house is full of humidity. It's nasty.
And they put these things, and I saw it, I didn't think about it. They put it in front of the windows.
Yeah, they put it right in front of the windows.
It doesn't like the window, but it's cooler there. It warms it up.
So I guess they were smart about that.
The kids like to get up to the window and look out, press their nose in, and real little.
Yeah, me. I was 5 years old. I'm gonna go.
Oh, I got pepper.
Here's
I
one.
got something interesting, Gary, about electrical stuff. In the house I grew up in, the first lighting in the house was something called Edison electrical lights, direct current off of storage batteries. They had the solution in big glass jars. Well, the wiring for it was bare wires that ran on insulators down the rafters in the attic.
Yep.
And when I lived there, that circuit was still in use at the house with 120 volts going through it.
I've seen those. I've seen those.
And our house had a mixture of that and 2-wire circuits and 3-wire circuits.
Wow, you just brought back some memories, Jeff.
And
Childhood
3-wire
memories.
circuits were one I did. I was in 4-H, which is the rural kids thing, and one of the leaders in there was a licensed electrician, and he showed. We had a class in how to add circuits, and so after
Oh, nice.
after I had that class, my dad asked me to add a couple of circuits in the house, which I did. Then I had this guy come and inspect them.
Were they aluminum or copper?
Copper.
Aluminum was in the early 60s.
Yeah, aluminum that was a bad idea.
Aluminum,
Well, it just works its way loose, screws and all kinds of stuff.
and you have to have a dielectric junction between copper and aluminum.
Mm-hmm.
I've been beat up on that on a couple of houses too.
Well, that aluminum's dangerous.
The people who don't pay the rent seem to find out more about the bad things in a house than I can. I had one this morning that I had fixed, and they called the police on me and said they own the house. How do you like that one?
Oh, wow.
I had all my paperwork with me, but they didn't. They just didn't want to move out. And they knew for over 2 months they hadn't paid it. They didn't own the house.
I was a resident manager slash maintenance man in Greensboro. And these people next door to me got hooked on crack, and the guy had all his power turned. The rules a lot different over there. You have to have power to be able to live in a place these days. I think back then it's different. But this guy had no running water. Well, he had running water, but he had no power because he didn't pay the electric bill. He's sitting in the closet smoking crack. And me and the owner just threw all this stuff out on the streets like, hey, get out. The laws are different.
Mm-hmm. Actually,
You do not have to give them a 30-day notice. You can tell them to get out within 3 days. Of course, a lot of that stuff has changed a lot since then.
Here you've got about a 30-day process in Nevada to evict somebody.
Yeah, but you got to file paperwork now. Back then you didn't. And these guys came back with guns and all this stuff. They were threatening us. I was like, go for it, dude. We're ready. Of course, we knew he was hooked on crack. He wasn't going to come back.
I usually give 2 extra weeks. That way they can get out on a weekend, but they already know what they had coming.
Well, things have changed a lot since 20 years ago.
Oh yeah.
I have an apartment that I've had for 40 years. Literally, I can't sell it because nobody wants the building, but they'll rent the apartment. And I had 2 homeless. I'll give them benefit of the doubt. I think they're druggies that broke in and started being there.
House sitters?
That's right, squatters.
Squatters. Got a lot of them out here.
So the house behind my mom's that my sister thinks the guy wants 190 for, the house next door to it just sold 6 months ago for 156.
Oh
I
wow.
don't think I don't think it's gone up that much in 6 months.
About 20% sounds right, actually. Ken, no joke.
The house is similar in size.
Yeah, it's almost identical to it. 3 bedroom, 1 bath, 988 square feet.
How's it look inside?
It was nice. They were in the process. The guy bought it to flip it, and he was in the process of finishing it up when the guy that's renting it needed a place to live. So he kind of tugged on his heartstrings a little bit and talked him into letting him move in, and then he finished up what little bit of work needed to be done. So, and the guy's already said when this guy moves out, he's going to sell the house. It's just a question of can we get in there and get something worked out to where when he moves out, we can do the legal process and buy it, even though we knew we were going to buy it. I don't know if that can be done or not, and I don't know that I want to wait the 6 or 7 or 8 weeks it's going to be, because the way my luck goes, they're going to say, oh yeah, we'll be out at the end of April, and then come the end of July, well, I think we'll be out by the end of August, and then come the end of November, I think we're going to be out by January 1st, you know. And I don't want to live with relatives or in a hotel or anyone 6 weeks, let alone potentially longer. So we'll see. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was clean. It was spacious. It was. I mean, they. The thing they did that is deceiving you on the house is they added a big room onto the back of the house that's half the house is, you know, as far as if the house is 40 feet long, that room is 20 feet long, and then it goes back about 18 feet. It's a huge room, and that makes the house really, really nice.
Is that including the estimate or is that including the taxes?
I'm sure it is. So the thing I'm noticing right
they
now,
get a building permit back then to add that onto it? Some people will
oh, I would hope so.
grandpa some of that stuff in.
Yeah, I would hope so.
What you don't want to do is buy something like that and find out it wasn't permitted.
Right.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
So I'm looking on Zillow right now, and there was a price cut at this one place on yesterday, February 11th. They cut by $18,000. There's a price cut on one of the ones we were going to look at today that we decided not to look at. Price cut of $16,000 on February 10th. And then right next door to it, there was a price cut, $16,000. It's a condo, and they're butted against one another. For $400,000, you can buy both of them, but I don't want to own a condo to rent. I don't mind living in one. But I'm noticing there's a lot of price cuts, so that's a good sign. That is a good sign. Maybe I'll get lucky, and this one I'm going to put an offer on tomorrow. The guy will have a little bit of intelligence and not be greedy. That's probably the wrong way to word that.
I just think time.
Yeah, this house is estimated 152. Something opened up. What?
Something will open up sooner or later.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of how long do we want to live in a van down by the river.
Hey, the Hobo Junction is always good for a good meal.
Oh yeah.
Morning
food.
We'll move into one of the rooms in the facility she's going to work at. That'd be crazy.
I don't think I'd go there.
I guarantee you I wouldn't do it.
You'll be there one day with the rest of us.
We're talking about crazy prices. I just got on Zillow and did a look at the first house I bought out here in Vegas in 2001. We paid $244,900.
Wow.
When it last sold in July 2019, it sold for about $482.
I was going to say 410.
Zillow estimate now is $712.
Whoa! Holy crap!
I should have. We ended up having to sell that one when we were living in South Carolina because I lost my job and I couldn't pay the rent there and keep paying the mortgage on the house, and we were only like $60,000 from having to pay it off. I wish I'd have hung on to it.
Yep, Jim, out on the corner, down in the street. That's where we're
Yeah,
gonna
it's a double-edged sword.
Yep.
It's do if you do, and don't do if you don't.
But some people out here have gotten themselves in a situation where they're going to give me this much money for my house. Damn, I'm going to sell it. And then when they get it sold, then they can't find another place to live because rents are high and hard to find. And
Yep.
it's hard to find another house to buy or rent. Some of them have ended up living like in.
I don't know if you guys are having this problem in Vegas, but here in Fresno, rent increases 25% every year. It's ridiculous.
I'm not sure it's going up that much, but it's going up. And a lot of it is people coming from California because the rents are going up so much there.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. They're
And
getting out of here. I'm thinking about moving out of here myself.
we've had people come here from California, and especially during the pandemic, were commuting to California to work when they had to go in. The rest of the time working remotely.
Yeah, Chris Garrett's still on here. People are moving from New York down to Georgia right now. It's booming. My brother is an independent contractor down there near Savannah, Georgia. He's making bank right now. They're building homes. They're building homes everywhere. And the other thing is, those people don't want to be up in New York no more because of these stupid mask mandates and all this other stuff going on. They're tired of it.
But
We have mask mandates in Australia, or my state, Victoria.
It's everywhere.
crazy. We owned a nice house in Tennessee, rancher with a basement altogether, about 3,600 square feet. About 3,000 of that was actual living space. Sold it in 2003 for $115,000 when we moved out here.
To the capital retirement.
The Zillow estimate on it right now is $396,000.
Wow.
Now that's 19 years later. I grant you there's some natural inflation in there, but it's just nuts every place. You know?
Well, inflation's crazy right now.
Jimmy.
I went to the store the other day to buy a steak that's normally $6. It was $15.
Yeah.
I could have gone to the steakhouse and got the same thing and had it served to me.
Yeah.
And waited on.
We're not eating much beef right now, I can tell you that.
Well, good thing inflation hasn't happened that much in Australia with the Australian government's trying to control it all.
So I forgot to ask Sam, how's the new job going?
So far, so good.
Good.
So I'm dealing with medical software. So, for example, if the radiology company wants to send the report to the general practitioner, the GP or specialist, we have software that sends it securely and supports files larger than email because we have very big scans and reports we have to send.
You can MRI and type stuff.
Correct. So some files are hundreds of gigs, so we have like big so we have the software that sends it across. So I'm doing tech support for installing the software or tech or maintenance. So that kind of stuff.
You have to have specialized software to look at some of that. I have an old CT scan of mine that was done back in 2012.
Yep.
And I cannot read it anymore because the software they gave me to just look at it only worked on Windows XP.
Oh god, I'm not sure the program they use, but our software, the reports get sent and dumped in a folder on the, so let's say GP's computer or server. Then their software, for example, medical software will pick up the file and read it and put it into their folder. So it's kind of a transfer software.
Well, even my doctor back there had trouble reading. They sent me out for insurance reasons to an independent radiology place. They gave me the scan on a CD, and it had some included software which would read it. and they gave me a copy and gave me one to take to the doctor, and even the hospital had trouble reading it. Finally, in the end, when I needed another one, I just said I'm going to do it at the hospital, and I had to pay $50 more, but it was right there, and they could read it like they wanted to.
Oh yeah.
So Jim,
Yeah.
oddly enough, we have not had
Yeah.
any issues with Zoom bombers whatsoever, but we keep getting some weird people in the chat.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
Let me check the chat. There's some strange ones coming up.
Jim's really good at.
Yeah,
getting
First
rid of
Laconic's
them.
all right, but we had a
Thanks for
couple
doing
last
that,
night.
Jim.
There's a retracted message from this guy, Ken Stout Live.
Yeah, I retracted the Zoom link.
Oh, come on.
I don't want
now.
to push. I don't want to push the luck tonight. Last night was enough with the people with some of their comments. So
Well, I noticed Jim, our amateur radio guy, drinking water right now. He always catches all that stuff on Doug's channel, and
No, actually, I'm not the one who catches it the most. BH Ringer is the one who catches it the most.
yeah, he catches it, and we appreciate that.
yes, we do.
Oh, here's something I hadn't seen in a while. Robert had a comment in there that says, I see Magic Jack has a cell service now.
Yeah, I
You
see
might
that.
remember Magic Jack, you had to plug the thing
Oh,
back
wow.
into your computer, as
That
well
stuff
as
still
a
exists?
phone line. Yeah. I had a friend that had that, and everything worked fine until it didn't, and then they could not get any support at all. None.
A good friend of ours out here in the aviation community, John Durant, he was involved in the Apollo mission, and he was involved with the candy drop in World War II, and he worked at JPL. He would not use a landline or a cell phone most of the time, and he used Magic Jack. It made me wonder, if I can use Magic Jack, well, it's more secure. Well, okay, whatever. I never thought of that before. But the guy was known all over the world.
So Kenny Witten is asking if Sam ever got the laptop fixed. I didn't know Sam was working on a laptop.
Oh, that laptop. Oh, that was.
Oh, that
Oh,
laptop.
Oh, that one with my cousin's husband. Oh no, my cousin's now wanting to get pitchforks and throw it at Lenovo. Lenovo's been complete asses, not doing anything about it. His warranty's already expired, so Lenovo's not really helping him anymore because his warranty expired a couple of weeks ago.
It always screws up after the warranty.
Yeah, so before the warranty they weren't helping much, but now they're not helping him at all. And my cousin's husband saying I filed a claim before warranty expired, and they're saying, but no, it's after warranty. Anyway, I gave him a spare laptop from 10 years ago.
Let you go to the press with it.
My,
If they still do nothing, you actually do it. You know how fast you get your warranty fixed?
very quick, probably.
Yeah.
Oh no, maybe tell my cousin's husband to go to 7 News or 9 News or Channel 10, some of the Australian news stations.
Yeah. Although, I don't know why it came to mind, I had a friend that had a bumper sticker in the old days when AT&T had everything, and called it Ma Bell. And the bumper sticker had the Ma Bell symbol on there, the bell, and it said, we don't care, we don't have to.
Oh god.
That's a good one.
And it was almost true in those days.
Yeah, even Australian ISP is similar. You call up an hour and a half later, they'll say, sorry, please try again tomorrow. And I'm like, what the hell are you trying to help me for? You're just not helping me. For God's sake. Australia ISPs are pretty bad.
I know one thing, we're selling a lot of Malibu boat parts to you guys. We are super busy at my machine shop.
Oh, okay.
You guys must buy a lot of boats over there.
Well, not from what I know of, but probably a lot of people do.
Oh, everything we make is going to you guys.
Oh,
Even
right.
though the main company's here in Merced, and there are other companies in Tennessee right now.
Huh.
super swapped, making boat parts for Malibu boats. And if nobody knows what Malibu boats are, it's like a Rolls Royce of cars, basically. Put in the boat part. It's crazy.
I was watching one TV show with Dad, and it was talking about these luxury people's super yachts, and one guy says, "Oh, this $3 million boat's not good enough. I want to upgrade to a $5 million boat." And Dad laughed, and think, "What the hell are we watching?"
All the boats are over there in Australia. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, probably Sydney or Gold Coast or yeah.
All Australia is surrounded by the sea, so
Yeah, exactly. They're buying a lot of parts from us.
and unless you live in Penny Cooper or inside of the Australian continent, then I mean there you don't need a boat. Yes, you're probably better off with some sand rail for your Jeep and a shovel, if you know what I mean.
That's a good point. It's funny, but it's a good point.
Very good
I've
point.
been to Australia.
What I want is a amphibian airplane that lands on land and water.
That'd be cool.
So a float plane.
Why not?
Well, my backup finally got done with the Cronus. Took about 3 hours.
Wow.
That's normal. That's normal.
That's fine.
My other software, same
I'm
thing,
here-
takes
I'm
a
here.
little over an hour.
I'm hearing Jim saying, "Dear God, it shouldn't take that long."
Well, let's see. First of all, my first question is how much is he backing up?
About 500 gig.
Okay.
That's
What, a mechanical drive?
No, it's a SATA SSD internal, but backing up to a big Seagate mechanical drive on the outside.
Oh, no wonder.
Okay.
Ah,
Now I backed it up with my other software, Paragon Hard Disk Manager, and it took about an hour and 10 minutes. Same disk.
oh, really?
And I was just trying it with the Cronus because it's newer, and I've just been experimenting with it.
I haven't used the Cronus in six or 8 years.
So I'm not going to buy the newer Chronuses where they've got all this extra stuff added in. I don't need to do that.
I really like the what's the other one?
You said you were using Macrium.
Yeah, Macrium, and I even have a flash drive to where I can just boot. I'll tell the computer, load the flash drive as the operating system and do it that way. And it does,
Well,
the longest task is 2.5 hours, 3 hours at max. That's with a terabyte going from SSD to a mechanical, and vice versa, or mechanical to a mechanical.
I got a flash drive. It's the Cronus Linux flash drive image.
So I don't have a Cronus flash drive. I have a Cronus CD that's way old from 2010. But I don't use that stuff no more. But I would tell the operating system boot from the DVD or CD or whatever. I had no problems. But I don't like the Cronus no more. But they both work fine. Never had an issue with any one of them.
This appears to have worked. It just took longer than I expected it to. And that's,
Yeah, you just gotta be patient.
that's just
You just
the way it
got-
is.
Hey, Jeff, I have an
Oh.
idea.
I wish somebody would make one that would do it in a minute, but that's not gonna happen.
Nope.
Yeah.
You know,
If not even where you were copying from NVMe drive to NVMe drive would it ever take only a minute?
I'm dreaming, but that would be nice, but that will never happen.
Yeah, Alex,
when you read those scans, Jeff, of your old scans off that CD, you might could take put a Windows XP virtual machine on your
I'm not sure I still
password.
have the license anymore.
and put that CD in and
Yeah.
share the CD drive with the
Oh, I
virtual
know.
machine.
I could try if I really needed to, but I've had scans since then. I don't need to read the old one anymore. It's just curious, but it just came to mind. A lot of medical places are still running very old equipment.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct.
Right after pretty close to the time right after uh Windows XP lost support, maybe a year or 6 months after that, I went to my doctor and noticed that they were still running a Windows XP machine, and I was sitting there in the waiting room and told my mom, they shouldn't be running that anymore, so that's not supported.
Yeah, but updating stuff at a big place like that, unless they started planning early, there's a lot of inertia at big institutions. I mean, the ones I saw were like at the hospital in Augusta, where the state medical school was, and the offices associated with it and all that.
What
And
state of Augusta?
uh, Georgia.
Oh, yeah, I live near Augusta, Georgia.
Yeah, I lived in Aiken, South Carolina, which is just right across the line. So we
I
went
know,
to
I know. Oh, that was in South Carolina. I know exactly where it's at. I'm just asking.
We're
but
talking to.
and it was a good hospital. I got good care there. My wife got good care there. But it's just there's a lot of inertia at a big place like that.
We talking Augusta, where the Masters is held in the golfing world.
Yep.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
if you
a
want a
big
hotel
thing.
room, if you want a hotel room within a couple hundred miles of Augusta during Masters Week, you need to
You
make
ain't getting it.
reservations about 3 years ahead of time.
Wow.
Literally.
Well, I'm saying you're not getting it. You're not getting it.
Yeah, when we moved there, we were staying in an extended stay motel, and we got there in January, and they made it very clear up front that by the time Masters Week came, my ass was out of there.
Oh yeah, you're home because they're gonna pay top dollar.
And the reservations had been made at least a year and a half beforehand.
Wow.
Some of them are 2 years in advance.
Yep. Oh yeah. And so, yeah, if you want a hotel room around Masters Week, you got to go at least as far as Columbia, South Carolina, maybe Atlanta.
That's a 3 hour drive both ways. Yeah.
I mean, that's about the limit of it, but anything within an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours is sold out during Masters.
Back to the old systems of hospitals and stuff, and some of the things I do on my little part-time business on the side, taking care of computers and stuff. I take care of the Sheet Metal Union Workers Association, which is government protected files, and a few machine shops around the area. There is one machine shop I went to 2 years ago that was a new client, and they're running Windows XP. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah. And it only took me 5 minutes to figure out how the system worked. But this machine never went on the internet, so it never got updates. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? You need to update this machine. No, 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 no. If I do that, it's going to lose. No, no, no. And he's swearing up and down, if I do that, they're going to charge me $3,000 to upgrade the machine. I was like, well, that's the same thing as buying a new computer. But anyway, long story short, I couldn't believe it. A big, I mean, this CNC router was huge. It took up, oh my God, and it made boat parts. Can you imagine how big a boat is? Oh, it was crazy. And then 3, 4 weeks later, he said, well, I can't find, me being a machinist also, I can't figure out my radius cutter is cutting in too deep. I was like, well, you're using Windows XP, dude. There's the problem right there. So let me look at your commands, and it's all G and N codes. I said, oh, you just need to move it over a quarter inch. Bam. It's amazing how many people out there are still using Windows XP. Yes, things are not aligned. Some of them are.
A year ago, I just did a search for the hell of it. I found a company selling brand new machines with Windows XP on them a year ago.
Oh, whoa.
What kind of machines?
Computers.
Computers.
Oh, computers.
Right. I mean, but you could buy a new computer with Windows XP Pro on it a year ago from this, and that's all this one place did. And they were, I guess, replacing machines at places like medical stuff where they had to have XP or whatever because of some particular equipment attached to it or whatever. So they,
Yeah, exactly. Just
it
like
was
the
a niche
CNC.
market, but that's what they were doing.
Some people won't bite the bullet, go ahead.
Well, just like this CNC machine, it can't run Windows 7 or Windows 8 or Windows Vista. It has to have Windows XP. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
What did they use before Windows XP?
Well, they didn't have that technology yet.
Windows 3.11.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Windows